Happy Halloween everybody. As we were tidying our lovely office, we came across this mysterious book which says the terrifying but true Pokemon lore stories. We're going to go over some of these today and we're going to reveal exactly what these lores are based on their Pokedex entries. It says do not read. Let's do it. First Pokemon we are going to be discussing is Duskull. Yes, this Pokemon is a nocturnal Pokemon and has been shown to live in thick forests. There we go, that sets the tone much better. And as we can see, Duskull appears to be stylized on the Grim Reaper. This dude is creepy. Just to make things less creepy, Duskull can actually turn itself invisible. And as it sneaks up on its prey, it can actually go through walls, so you will not see this Pokemon coming if it pursues you. Duskull! Be careful everybody, because once Duskull knows its target, it will pursue them throughout the night until the break of dawn. And Duskull has been described to enjoy the crying tears of children, and it is said that it will spirit away any disobedient children as well. So this Pokemon likes children, and to make things worse, its diet consists of the vital energy of children, which is absolutely terrifying. All victims of Duskull tend to suffer an intense chill after being drained of their life force. This chilling tale revolves around the ice and ghost type Pokemon Froslass. When this Pokemon finds humans or Pokemon it likes, it then freezes them and takes them back to its chilly den, where they will become decorations. Legend has it that Froslass uses its chilling breath to create illusions and lure unexpecting humans into the depths of the snowy mountains. I would advise staying indoors during any snowy outbursts or blizzards, as Froslass is said to come down from the mountains to human settlements. And if you hear someone knocking on your door, do not answer it. It is said that when Froslass cries, it is both haunting and beautiful, also captivating to those who hear it. It cries reflects the icy and ghostly nature of this extraordinary Pokemon. Its main abilities is its speed and the ability to camouflage. So if you are on about, make sure to keep your wits about you, because this Pokemon takes no prisoners. Well, when I say prisoners, I mean if it likes you, there's a good chance you will become part of the family and join that icy decoration. Happy travelling everybody! This next story is based on a Japanese myth about a supernatural creature called a Baku, which consumes the dreams of sleeping people. I'm sure you can guess which Pokemon this is by now. It is about Drowzee. Tales suggest that if your nose becomes itchy while you sleep, there is a safe chance that one of these Pokemon is standing right above your pillow and trying to eat your dreams through your nose. That is terrifying on so many levels. I don't know which is worse, that it stands above you while you're sleeping, or the fact that it's trying to pull your dreams out of your nose. And to make things even worse, Drowzee has a preference of children. And if you aren't sleeping and Drowzee has an appetite, Drowzee has the hypnosis ability where it can literally put you to sleep and then suck your dreams out your nose. Our next story takes us to the beach where we meet our next Pokemon, Palossand. This Pokemon looks harmless, right? It is just a sandcastle. Do not be fooled. This Pokemon is also known as the Beach Nightmare. Palossand has the power to control the sand, and each grain of its body has a will of its own. It also controls adults to build its sandcastle form, which provides its disguise and defense. And also Palossand can replenish any grains of sand it's lost all by itself.
He'd say, be careful around any shovel that looks like it's stuck in the sand at the beach. Something terrible could happen if you touch it. But...
You see? It's not scary. What's wrong? Kiawe? What's doing?
Apparently I was gathering up sand until the next morning.
The shovel on Palossand's head also acts as a radar, searching for prey such as Pokemon which it enjoys the life force of. The bones of Palossand's victims are also kept buried beneath it, and traces of its victims' ill will are left wherever it passes. And what makes this even worse, the traces of negative energy it leaves behind are made to believe are the beginning of new Sandygast Pokemon. And all of the victims' bones that Palossand has, it can actually use as weapons, shooting them out of the hollows in its arms. And as seen in the anime, Palossand can manipulate its size and become as big as a building. So next time you head to the beach and your parents start making a massive sandcastle, beware what you could be unleashing. You have been warned. This next story is about a Pokemon known as the Haunted Doll Pokemon. Its eerie appearance is inspired by a discarded plush doll that became possessed by a grudge-seeking spirit. And legend has it that this vengeful spirit will inhabit the doll, giving it life. And that Pokemon is, of course, Banette. Banette's appearance reflects the intense grudge it carries. Its torn and tattered appearance symbolises the pain and anger it holds against its former owner. It is believed that Banette can still possess toys and bring them to life. There are legends that suggest that Banette's presence can bring a dark and foreboding atmosphere. Its mere presence can chill the air and send shivers down the spines of all of those people nearby. It is safe to say that this Pokemon is definitely not to be messed with, and do not get in the way of Banette and its pursuit of its previous owner, otherwise be prepared for a curse or worse. And if you have any dolls in your house, good luck. When it comes to Halloween and spooky season and a balloon, there might be one creepy movie character that actually comes to mind.
Hiya, Georgie.
However, in our story, our main character isn't as terrifying, but the lore behind it will make your body chill from head to toe. And this Pokemon is, of course, Drifloon. But what is most terrifying about this Pokemon is that it is known to kidnap children who mistake it for an ordinary balloon. You would think this is the worst part, right? You are wrong, it gets worse, because Drifloon's happiness is directly linked to the number of children it has successfully stolen. The more captives, the happier the Drifloon becomes. And Drifloon also has the uncanny ability to sense strong emotions of sadness or loneliness, often appearing when someone is in great despair. So this Pokemon technically preys on the weak in their time of need, which is terrifying. So remember, just be careful if a purple balloon starts heading your way. Make sure not to grab it and mistake it for a normal balloon, because it may not be all that it seems. The Pokemon at the heart of this story is Lampent. The fire ghost type Pokemon is often found around places with negative energies or places that people have perished. It feeds off negative energy which fuels it and gives it power. This energy is not the only thing that powers this Pokemon. Lampent is known for its eerie ability to absorb the life force out of individuals and other Pokemon. It uses this power to fuel itself and sustain its power. And also, the lights on its head, the brighter they burn, the more souls it's absorbed. That is why, according to the Pokemon entry in Pokemon X, you can find this Pokemon surrounding certain hospitals as it is waiting for people to pass on to the other side. Lampent, however, has the power to bring both comfort and torment to those it comes in contact with. Depending on its mood or intentions, it may either provide a sense of warmth or send shivers down your spine. So if you see an ominous purple candlelight coming towards you in the darkness, be warned. This lamp could be taking you for a stroll to the other side of town in more ways than one. This next story is about a Pokemon and its mother's bond, and that Pokemon is Cubone. One of the most fascinating aspects of Cubone is its attachment to its mother, and it wears the skull of its deceased mother as a helmet. But one of the more concerning questions about this is, one has to wonder if Cubone personally pried the skull of its mother off its corpse, or it waited for the local Mandibuzz population to feed off it first. And the bone that it has in its hand, is it born with that? Or was it an extra farewell gift it took from its mother? I mean, whichever way you look at it, it got its mother's skull somehow, and I imagine either way it is not going to be pleasant. And I wonder which body part it's actually carrying around, hitting people with. The skull helmet worn by Cubone isn't only for protection, but it serves as a way for the Pokemon to channel the sadness and loneliness it feels without its mother, which is actually quite sad, because it is believed to provide emotional comfort for this Pokemon. This Pokemon isn't as scary as some of the others, but the fact that it wears its mother's skull and the story behind it, the attachment, I think it deserves a spot on this list, and the bond a Cubone and its mother has is to behold for sure. This story revolves around another ghost Pokemon you'd be surprised to hear, and the Pokemon entry for Gourgeist is absolutely terrifying. It goes like this. It enwraps its prey in its hair-like arms. It sings joyfully as it observes the suffering of its prey. I mean, this Pokemon literally chases you down, grabs you, and then joyfully sings as it tortures you. That is terrifying on so many levels. However, I did find out that Gourgeist plays a significant role in Ghost-type Pokemon, lore and mythology. It is often depicted as the guardian of haunted places, and it is believed to possess the souls of lost spirits within its pumpkin body. I mean, if a Pokemon was a picture of Halloween, it's going to be a pumpkin, right? Just remember, when you go pumpkin picking, make sure to pick the right pumpkin, because you never know which pumpkin is waiting to pick you. Happy Halloween, everyone. See you in the next one. Peace.